The online sexual exploitation of children is possibly one of the darkest and most evil things that are happening against our children, because customers from anywhere around the world can go online and direct the sexual abuse of children located in the Philippines over a live video feed. So anything, a lot of horrific things are happening actually against the children.
My name is Nate. I work for International Justice Mission. I'm the Director of Investigation and Law Enforcement Development for our Philippines teams.
Who is the typical perpetrator?
Well, we've got two. So we've got the customer that's typically a foreigner from a modern Western-speaking culture who is interacting with a Filipino citizen who has access to children, both male and female, who typically are adults, who have access either to neighborhood kids, their own children, nieces and nephews, that they then utilize for the purpose of exploiting them for money.
My name is Brandon, and my position here is as Internet Crimes Against Children Specialist. It is, by its very nature, a secret offense. And the fact that it is kept so secret is also evidence of what we might describe as the criminal culpability of the perpetrators. They know that this is wrong. They know that it's criminal. That's why it is so hard for us to detect and respond to, because they are taking active measures to prevent discovery.
In our cases, we've actually seen about 50% of the survivors rescued from these operations are 12 years and younger. We're looking at very young children, about 50% of the children that we have rescued. So the youngest that we've rescued by far was 2 months old, and so this baby was actually offered for online abuse.
What we're finding at these crime scenes are sex toys that are used on children. What we're seeing as videos is actual sex with the child. And then we're seeing very provocative images as well, where the children are being told to pose this way or that way in manners that you would see in adult-based pornography.
The parents or the guardians or the close relatives are the ones who are most likely to have access to the vulnerable children. In this crime type, it should not surprise us that young children who are victims of these crimes are usually being exploited and abused by those who have responsibility to care for them. Because what we see in child sexual abuse around the world generally is that children are really most at risk by people who are closest to them.
What goes through your mind while working on these cases?
Well, I mean, if we're leading up to the operation, I'm anxious. I want to see the abuse end that day. I want to see the child removed, and I want to see all of the effort that's gone into this, that specific investigation for that specific child, be successful. The truth is, this is a global issue and people care about this issue. It's a trafficking issue and there's a groundswell of movement to combat it. And I know that I'm one of the lucky few that gets to be here and engage in a way that is so rare.
Det här är Musikhjälpen i P3 och SVT-Play.